Hello everybody, welcome. My name is Louise. We'll go ahead and get started. Cross-legged, your shins in front of you. Move the flesh away from the buttocks. Sit up tall. Draw the thumbs towards the sternum. Lift the spine. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om. Slow, deep inhales and exhales. Namaste. I'll bring the hands to face up on the thighs. Deep inhalation and exhalation, just slowing down the breath. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in, feel the expansion. As you exhale, feel the softness. Soften a little more the shoulders, the ribs as you exhale. Inhale to expand and open and lengthen. Exhale to soften a little deeper. Relax a little more. Feel the legs relaxing, the shins, the ankles, the thighs relaxing, the hips relaxing. Good. Now raise the arms up towards the sky. Reach and lengthen. Create some length through the waist all the way up. And bring the hands behind the head as you drop the right elbow and lift the back up. Drop the left elbow and back up. Right elbow drops and back up. Left elbow drops and up. Right elbow drops and up. Left elbow drops. Right elbow drops. Left elbow drops. Good. And then from down, extend the arms up towards the sky, twisting to the right with the right hand behind you. Left hand across the right thigh. Drive the shoulder blades in towards the front body and towards the chest as you're rotating towards the back of the room. Or reach the arms up towards the sky. Start to turn more and more towards the left. With the left hand behind you, right hand across. Deep inhale and exhale. Good, come back in. Reach the arms up and up and up and bring the hands down to the heart. Go and uncross your legs and then cross them so the other shin is on front, in front. Now twist your right elbow towards your left leg and then twist your left elbow towards your right leg. Twist that right elbow across and twist the left elbow across. Twist the right elbow across. Left elbow across. Right elbow across. Left elbow across. Then reach the arms up overhead and interlace your hands. Turn your palms up toward the sky. And again, twist yourself over to the right side. Ground down through your legs. Ground down through your buttocks. Turn and twist. Good. So take your arms up and over, all the way over to the left side. So the left hand's behind you. You can walk the left hand a little bit more towards the right buttock as you're turning and turning. Breathing in and breathing out. Good. Come back in. Stretch your arms up and slowly come on up to all fours on hands and knees. You can shake it out a bit, your legs, your hips. And then we'll tuck the toes and sit back onto the heels. Get a little toe stretch and heel stretch and ankle stretch. You can move forward and back a bit. Back and forward. Back and forward. Breathing in, breathing out. Then hook up your thumbs above you. Stretch up and then just take a nice circle around. Get the ribs where the ribs meets the spine to move. And the muscles between the ribs to move. Down through the waist. and circle the opposite direction as well. Find some big range of motion, mobility, flexibility. Good. Release the arms and open up the arms really wide, and then close the arms out like you're hugging somebody. Inhale, open up the arms, and exhale as you close the arms. And again, inhale, open up, and exhale, close it. Yes. Shake it out. Come on up again onto hands and knees. Shake out the feet. Then with the feet untucked, sit back on your feet, your heels, let the heels roll out. Take the hands behind you if you can. You can always lift one knee at a time. If not, both knees up. And you come back up to the hands and knees, shake the feet out. Come on up into your first downward dog. Might feel good to stretch just one leg. The other foot can be behind it. And you can stretch the other leg and the other foot can be behind. Now bend the elbows out to the side and straighten, and bend the elbows out to the side and straighten, bend the elbows out to the side and straighten. It's like your chest is coming a little down, up and down a little bit. Yes. And then you're not going forward, you're just going straight down and up, straight down and up. Good. So come into a plank position. You're going to roll your feet to the right, roll the feet to the left, roll the feet to the right, roll the feet to the left. So we're getting into the obliques, transverse abdominals, directors abdominals. Setting the knees down slowly, walk the hands forward. Melt the heart down, finding your puppy stretch. Stay. You could also use a block underneath your hands. Right? And you want to pull the ribs a little in when you do that. Breathing in, breathing out. Good. Coming up slowly. Remove the block off to the side. If you use that Sphinx pose, lengthen down through your legs. Prep up on your forearms. You can roll your head a bit around from side to side. So bring the right knee out to the right side. And just try to lift the foot up, up, and up, and up. If it bothers your knee, you can put something underneath the knee. Just going to lift the foot up and down, internally rotate the leg, basically. And then opposite here. You're just trying to ground the feet down, try to lift the knee, The feet stay down, the foot staying down, sorry. And you try to lift the knee, lift the knee, lift the knee. Good. From now, we'll straighten the leg out to the side and bend it back in, straighten out to the side. Bend it back in and straighten out to the side. And you may even start to lift the chest a little more, walk the hands a little closer. Finding almost a cobra, you come up and down from that cobra. Yes, slide the right leg back. Take the left knee out to the left. Again, you try to lift that foot up and down a couple times. Breathing in, grounding yourself on those forearms. And then keeping the foot down, try to lift the knee, lift the knee, lift the knee. Up and down, up and down. Then we'll straighten the leg out to the side, bend it back in, straighten it out to the side, back in. Out to the side, back in, straighten out to the side, back in. Keep it out to the side as you straighten it out. And then you can start to lift the chest a bit up. Find that cobra position again. Draw the buttocks back, lift the lower abdominals, move the chest forward and up. You can move it down, you can bend the arms and a little more straighten the arms and bend them again. A little more straighten, yeah. Good. From here on, let's come back. You could just wiggle your feet side to side. Place the hands beneath your elbows. Pull yourself forward and up into your cobra position or even up dog. You may even want to lift the thighs, maybe even the knees as you ground into your feet. You can even tuck your toes and from there on lift the chest more and more. Or bend the knees and rock the feet from side to side. Breathing deeper in and out. Downward facing dog. You can even bend the right knee and move your hips a little to the left. You can bend the left knee and move your hips to the right. So you're just stretching the side body basically. And then start to walk your feet a little close, like a foot forward, and start to bend into the elbows and lean forward. Bend into the elbows and lean forward. Bend into the elbows and lean your chest and head forward. Bend into your elbows and lean your head and chest forward. Noticing my hips are still elevated. You're still in that downward dog shape as you bend the arms and leaning forward and shifting back and leaning forward and shifting back. You're still in that downward dog shape. Then you can walk your feet backwards into your normal downward dog. Raise the right leg up and back, stretch, keeping the pelvis neutral, keep the shoulders neutral. And then from there on, draw the right knee to the right tricep, slide the foot outside the right hand. So stand there, you just want to rock a little forward, rock a little back, move a little side to side, and then lift the right arm up to the sky as you inhale, slide underneath your left ribs as you exhale. Inhale, right arm up to the sky, exhale underneath the left ribs. Again, right arm up to the ceiling, inhale, and underneath the left ribs. And then you can put your forearms down onto your mat, like a lizard lunge. Feel free to put the block underneath your forearms. You can also slide the right arm in front of the right shin, the left arm out to the left. Almost like you're creating a T, the right arm to the right, left arm to the left. And then set your left hand, left forearm down as you reach back. Catch the foot with the right hand behind you, the left foot there. I'm trying to get the pinky side of the foot behind you. Nice deep stretches. Nice deep breath in and out. And then straighten out the arms. Lengthen the back leg. So you're just going to roll over the left heel and then lift the left heel up and roll over the back left heel. And find your little skandasana, side lunge on the right leg. From there on, you're going to move over to your left side and find your little side lunge there. And back to the front. And from the front to the back. From the back to the front. Pivot to face the front of the mat. And then downward dog. Raise the left leg back, nice and long. Stretch from your arms all the way up to the leg. In and out as you breathe. Draw the left knee to the left tricep. Step the foot outside the left hand. Rock a little forward and back and side to side. Sweep the left arm up to the sky and slide it underneath your torso to the right side. Up to the ceiling and underneath towards the right. Inhale up to the sky and underneath your towards the right. Good. You could set the forearms down. You could put the block underneath the forearm. You could slide the left arm in front of the left shin, the right arm out to the right. It gives it a little bit deeper stretch. And roll the inner groin to the floor. Nice slow breaths here. Good. As you walk your hands in, sit the right knee down. Maybe even put the right forearm down. Reach back with the left hand. Catch the outer foot. And stretch there. Stretch the thigh. Reach the inner chest forward. Breathe in and out. Good. Straighten the back leg. Pivot around, set the right heel down, spin it up. Right heel down, spin it up. Right heel down. Come into your side lunge on the left side there. And from there on you go over to the right side. And from the right you go back to the left. And left to the right. And back to the front. Plant the hands, come into your downward dog. Stretch in downward dog. We'll slowly come forward into a plank position and shifting the shoulders a little more forward, bending into the elbows and coming to your chaturanga, into up dog, scooping the heart forward and upward. And then press the buttocks forward, press the hips forward, and then hips back into downward dog. Breathe into downward dog. And you can walk your feet forward, maybe even on your tippy toes. Play with that. Set the heels down. Halfway lengthen as you inhale, unfold into your legs as you exhale. Now see if you can come up on the tippy toes, raise the heels, sweep the arms out to the side. Really engage up through your quads and abdomen. Reach the chest forward. And then keep yourself on the tiptoes, sit on your heels, raise the arms up to the sky. And again, you're going to come back to straighten both legs. Your heels are still raised. The arms out to the sides. And as you bend the knees, you sit down, you reach the arms up to the ceiling. And one more time like that. Your arms goes out to the sides. Your legs are nice and straight. You're on your tippy toes. And you sit on your heels, you sweep the arms up to the sky. And see if you can raise the hips more and more. Keep yourself on your tippy toes as you lengthen both legs all the way. Reach up through the arms. And then release the arms, release your heels down, shake it out. Standing at the very front of your mat, take your arms up and over. Inhale, Surya Namaskar, Sun Salutation. Exhale, fold forward. You can always bend the knees on the way down. Inhale, come up halfway, Ardha. And as you exhale, step or jump back to Chaturanga. You can walk, you can step back. Inhale through up dog, press your buttocks forward into the pelvis, pelvis forward. And then exhale to downward dog. Move the buttocks back, move the hip bones back. Breathe in, breathe out. Good. Shifting into plank pose, bend into the right knee. See if you can step the right foot behind you. Find a little back bend. Come back to center. Take a little chaturanga. Straighten the arms. Step the left foot behind you. Open up for a little back bend. So again, you come back to plank. You bend the elbows. Come down halfway. Come back up. Step the right foot behind you. Find a little back bend. Come back to plank, shift forward, bend the elbows, chaturanga up into plank, step the left foot behind you, open up for a little back bend. Again, coming forward to plank, a little chaturanga, come into the up dog from here on as you roll the hips and chest forward and up. Exhale through downward dog. Good. Walk or jump forward. Maybe do some 3 bunny hops, 2 or 3 bunny hops to the front of your mat. Once you get there, lengthen the chest forward, inhale. And exhale, fold in towards the legs. Ground to stand up, inhale, sweep up the arms. Keep that tailbone in, lift the ribs. Samastiti Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, sweep the arms up, look up. Open the arms and fold forward, Uttanasana. Come up halfway, inhale. Plant the... Good. From here, come into your plank. We're going to come into Chaturanga, but bend the right knee, plant the right foot behind you, and lift the hips up and arch your back. Arch and arch and arch your back. From here on, as you come back to Chaturanga, you're going to bend the left knee, plant the foot behind you, and find your little back bend. Inhale, arch your back. Shift forward Chaturanga into upward facing dog. Pull the heart, pull the buttocks forward, lift the chest. Exhale through to downward dog. Stay with the breath here. Stay committed. Breathe in, breathe out. Come up on the tippy toes, walk the feet a little bit forward as you bend into your knees. And you can do your bunny hops here, 3 bunny hops. And you can also step or just float up to your feet. To your hands. Once you get to the front, Come up halfway, Ardha. Inhale. And exhale, fold. To stand up, inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead. Exhale, release the arms. Inhale, lift the arms up and over. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. And exhale, come back to your chaturanga, plank chaturanga. Again, bend the right knee, step it behind you. Take a little back bend, roll the chest up and back, up and back, up and over the arms. And slowly come back around. Step the right foot in between your hands. Ground down, find your high crescent. You can always straighten more while the back knee, if it feels okay. You're going to lift that inner left thigh, lift the chest, and then from there on, take your left knee up towards your chest. And pulse that left knee up and up and up. Pulse the thigh up and up and up. Use the strength of your leg. Pulse it up. Now hands behind your head, you're going to twist over towards your left. So the left elbow goes back, the left elbow goes back. Keep lengthening down to your lower leg. And see if the right elbow can touch that left knee. Contact down. Come back to center. Arms goes up, you straighten the left leg out. Sweep the left leg back. Find your crescent high lunge. Slide the left hand down the back of the left leg. The right arm stays up. Breathe in, breathe out. Good. Hands windmills down to the mat. Lift the right leg up and back. Set the left forearm down. So you're half dolphin, half down dog. And see if you can step behind you in that half dolphin. So you flip it backwards on your forearm. Rotate the chest up and back. Good. Come back around. Now you're in a dolphin pose. And perhaps you can even float the left leg up, and you might find your forearm stand here. As you ground and come look in between the forearms, shoulders, over your elbow area, hips over the shoulders. Release back to dolphin, and then just drop the knees to hover. From there on, shifting forward to chaturanga, upward facing dog, and to downward dog. So again, you're in the dolphin position, knees are hovering, your elbows are a little bit wider, you shift into chaturanga, you step the left foot behind you and you open up the chest, open up the chest, open up the chest. You're going to take your left leg with you as you step it to the front of the mat. Come through into high lunge, high crescent lunge. Maybe the back knee can be a little straighter as you lift that inner thigh. Good. Step onto your left leg, pull the right knee up and pulse it, that right knee up. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Hands behind your head, you're going to twist. Pull that right elbow back, the right shoulder back. Maybe the left elbow, right knee can touch. Left elbow, right knee can touch. And then come back to center. Extend the leg and arms and then slide the right leg back. Crescent lunge. See if you can walk your right hand down the leg. Right, and the left arm stays by the ear. You get that nice stretch there. Breathe in, breathe out. Go with the hands coming down. Sweep the left leg back and up. Sit the right forearm down. Half dolphin, half down dog. See if you can flip it backwards onto the right side. Stay on the forearm. Widen the elbows. From elbow to elbow, get a little wider. As you come back around, dolphin pose. And see if you can float up the right leg. And maybe the left as well. Breathe in, breathe out. Good, the feet can come down. Again, you have your knee hovering. Make sure your forearms are nice and wide. Shift into chaturanga, up dog. Inhale. Exhale, down dog. You can always rewire that, but you want to make sure your forearms about as wide as your elbow, your shoulder area. Your forearm's about as wide as your shoulders when you do that little dolphin to up dog. Good. Few bunny hops. And now from the bunny hops, you can always step forward or float forward to your hands. Inhale, come up halfway, and exhale, fold into the legs. Ground as you rise, sweep the arms up and overhead. Exhale, Samasthiti. Sit back into chair pose, sweep out the arms as you inhale. Fold forward, exhale down. Inhale, come up halfway. And lightly jump or step back, chaturanga. Again, bend the right knee, step behind you, open up for a little back bend. Inhale here. Now pull the right knee into the chest, step the right foot forward. Crescent high lunge, ground to rise. Pull that right thigh, hip back. And lengthen the inner left leg. Again, step onto the right leg, pull the left leg up. Pulse that left thigh, pulse the left leg up and up and up. Pulse the left leg up and up and up. Pulsing the leg, hands behind the head. Twisting open towards the left. So draw that left shoulder blade in towards the spine as you rotate that left arm back. Stay with the breath. Now, see if you can connect the right elbow to the left knee. Right elbow towards the left knee. Then come back to center, straighten out that left leg, arms up. Pull the left leg backwards. And see if you this time can take your right hand down the back of the leg. The right hand down towards the back of the left leg. Yes, and continue on that. Nice. As you sit your palms down, again, left forearm down, right knee up and back. And see if you can flip it backwards. That right elbow opens up a little more, the hips lifts. Come back around for your dolphin pose. Raise the right leg up, maybe you come all the way upside down. You can always go to the wall. I'm just crossing my ankles, but whatever you need to do here, right, you can always go to the wall anytime. Come back to your dolphin pose. You can always rest. You can always take child's pose, but we'll bring the knees together, feet apart. Take the flesh away from the calves, scoot the hips under, and see if you can come into your... You can always sit on a block or blanket if it bothers your hips, bothers your knees or feet. Although maybe you're able to lay back by tucking the pelvis, hips under, and lay backwards on your mat. You can also put a block underneath your back to support it, or even behind your head. Breathe down. Feel like somebody's stepping onto your thighs and hips. Like you're really pressing those thighs and hips down. Good. Let's come back up slowly. Plant the palms, straighten the knees. Come forward into plank little chaturanga. Take your left foot, step behind you, flip it backwards, wild thing. Open up, raise the chest, arch your back, push into the left foot, and then swing the left leg forward. Come into your high crescent lunge. Step onto your left leg, pull the right knee up. Again, pulse the right knee up and up and up. Pulls that right knee up towards you. Breathe in, breathe out. Hands behind your head. You're going to twist to the right. Twist to the right, left elbow towards the right knee. Lift that knee up towards the elbow, elbow towards the knee. Keep squeezing the right shoulder into your back. Now raise the arms and extend the right leg forward. Step back behind you, find your crescent lunge. See if you can walk your left hand down the back of the right leg. Keep walking back, keep walking back. Nice slow breath in. Again, always feel your edge, right? Find your edge, stay in that edge. Now sweep the left leg up. You can bend into your right elbow, set the elbow down, step behind you, flip it backwards on that form, and then come back around into your dolphin pose. Walk the feet a little float maybe up into inversion here, Pinchamayurasana. Form stand, you can always use the wall. Keep the tailbone in, sternum towards your navel, long legs, tailbone in, long legs. Coming out of that, come onto your knees. I'll face the other side so you can see what I'm doing. You're on your left leg and the left arm. You're going to scoot the right arm up, bend into the right elbow and right knee, and see if you can grab the right foot in front of you. Maybe even lift that right leg up towards the sky. Take that right leg, slide it forward into your half split. Flex and point your toes up and down. Lay out over the leg with your torso. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Even you can turn the foot to the right, you can turn the foot to the left. Planting your foot, scoot the left leg down, find your warrior one. Warrior one here. Stay grounded through the back leg, feel like you're spinning the inner left thigh up and the right hamstring going lower and lower. Interlace your hands behind the back, roll the chest open, inhale. And you can squeeze the front knee a little straighter. And then humble warrior, chest comes inside the right leg. Good, you ground down through the legs, sweep up the arms, find that warrior one, and open up through the warrior two. Heel to arch alignment. Put a little softness in the elbows. Inner right leg nice and open. Spin the right palm up, reverse the warrior. The left hand come behind the hip towards your right thigh. And now lengthen the side body. Now swing the hands down to the mat. Raise that right leg up and back. Three-legged dog. Take the right knee to the right tricep. You may even shift forward. Find a little arm balance here. Keep the chest lifted. Come back around. Find chaturanga, up dog. Push the hips forward and exhale to downward dog. Move the thighs back. Move the groins back. Good. Come onto your knees. So now you're on your right leg, your right arm. You scoot the left arm up. Scoot the left shoulder up. Try to see if you can bend the knee and elbow towards. You want to grab the left big toe. Lift that left leg up towards the sky, up to the sky, up to the sky. And now take the left leg forward between the hands. Point and flex. Circle the foot to the right and left. Scoop the belly up and in and lay the torso down over the left thigh. Dig the heel into the mat. Pull the heel bone back so the thigh goes back a bit as you reach your chest down the leg. Go ahead and reach the chest down the leg, right? Again, always find your edge. You don't want to go too much past that because you don't want to hurt yourself, right? It's not worth it. So always feel where you can go. Now spin your back heel down. Maybe get heel to heel or heel to arch. Finding your warrior one position. Lift up through the arms. Still a little deeper. Roll that inner right thigh back. Drop the left hamstring. Drop the left hip. Arms up and overhead. I'm going to crawl up the spine. Feel the spine extension upward. Now interlace your hands behind your back. Squeeze the front leg straight and straighter. Raise the chest up and back, up and back. And then roll the chest down inside the left leg. Trying to get either the forehead or the crown of the head towards the ground there. All right, it may not go today, but you go in that direction. You should breathe in and breathe out. Breathing in, breathing out. Yes, the ground down through your feet. Come back through your warrior one. And from there we'll open up through warrior two, heel to arch alignment. Throw up the buttocks, open up through the inner thighs, extend through the chest, roll the right shoulder back, take your left hand up, roll up and over, reverse the warrior. The right hand maybe you can grab the left hip or thigh. Good. The hands comes to the mat. Take your left leg back, three-legged dog. Flip it. Now left knee, left tricep. See if you can shift forward into the arm balance. Lift that right leg. Good. Chaturanga, upward facing dog. Inhale. Stretch through the legs. Exhale through downward facing dog. Hips back. Move those thighs back. Move the hips back. Good. Roll forward. And you can roll back. You're really kind of articulating to the spine, up to the neck, down to the sacrum, into the tailbone. Just going back and forth. You can always bend the knees to make it a little easier. You're just rolling the heart forward, rolling the hips and chest back. Rolling forward, rolling back, creating more fluidity, creating more sensation through the back and spine, creating more circulation and more sensation. As you find more stillness in down dog, you're going to roll over the left hand, come into your side plank. So if you can raise up the right leg, maybe grab the knee or even the big toe on the right foot. Ground down through the left leg, so we can reach up to that right side, that right foot, push through the toes. Take the right leg forward into your split Hanumanasana. You may be able to sit all the way down. If not, take a block underneath your hip or down underneath the hamstring, or you can sit on a blanket or something else too. Some of us can maybe bend the back knee and grab that foot and draw that foot closer to the body. Arms can go overhead. Elbow crease against the top of the foot. These are all options, right? You can pick and choose from. Find your way up into your warrior one from that Hanumanasana, from that split. Interlace your hands behind the back, lift the chest, and then humble warrior, chest inside the leg. Deep breath in. Keep drawing that right hip in and under. Now see if you can work your right shoulder underneath the right calf, so the head can come behind the calf. Come back out from underneath you. Plant that left foot, come up into your warrior two. Heel to arch alignment. Mindfully breathe in. Feel the spine lengthen upward as you sit your hips a little deeper. Now for triangle, elongate both of your legs, reach the right hand down the right calf, shin. Or you can also place the right hand on a block next to the foot. We'll bend into the left leg, find your side lunge. And then from there, grab a hold of the left ankle with the right hand. Sweep the left arm over your head. So the right shoulder blade comes against the inner right leg. And you kind of laying your chest up and over that leg. You're rolling the spine up over that leg. You're rolling your chest up over that leg. Good. Take the left foot into a Janushasana. Left foot against the inner thigh, knee out to the side. Lift the chest up and over the right leg. Try to lay the right thigh, hamstring, calf into the mat. Keep laying the right hamstring into the mat, the right calf into the mat. Breathe in, breathe out. Okay, now raise your hands, lift the arms up to the ceiling. Sole feet together, knees wide. Just rock your hips a little side to side, knees a little side to side. Press down. You may even be able to lift almost the buttocks off the floor if you can lean a little forward. Maybe you can lift the buttocks up as you lean a little forward. Ground down. Press into the outer feet there. Press into the outer feet. Press into the outer feet. Press into the outer feet. And come up to standing. Shake out the legs. Good. You know, you can always modify all these things. If you can't read quite good up, use your hands, right? Plant the feet, whatever you need to do. So little tree pose, the left foot against the inner right leg. Tree, Vrikshasana. Stand strong in that right leg. So I'll show you from the side there how you're putting your left foot against the inner right leg and you're lifting up. You're lifting up so that right side you're standing on, up to the spine. Oops, came out of it. Come back in. If you fall out like me, right, no big deal. What really matters is you get back into the pose, right? Doesn't really matter if we don't really conquer the pose 100%. Now lift that right leg, left leg up and back. Left leg up and back. So eventually you can set your left fingertips down. And you find your half moon pose. Extend out long. Both legs, both legs. So you stand on the right leg, the left leg is behind you. You bring your left hand to the mat, you square the hips a little more, raise that inner left leg up to the sky, inner left leg up. Find your standing split. Or you may lean your shoulders forward over the hands, kick up, get your hips over the shoulders, and find your way up into your full handstand. Now I do have some wrist issue. A little handstand here, you can play with lifting the hips up over the shoulders, kick up a couple times. And then come from there into your up dog, or cobra, or skip vinyasas, and I'll meet you back in down dog. So rolling over your right hand, right foot, and find your side plank. Maybe grab a hold of the left big toe. If not, you could do tree pose in that side plank. Really ground that into your standing foot as you lift up through the upper left leg. Press the toes high to the sky into your hand. And then slide the left leg forward for your split Hanumanasana. Breathe in, breathe out. And if you're in a Hanumanasana, you could even grab a hold of the back foot. Or even take the arm crease, elbow crease around the foot, the top of the foot. Bend into your left knee as you find your warrior one. Drop a little lower, sweep up the arms. Interlace your hands behind the back. Raise the chest up, roll the heart up and back. And then humble warrior. Inside left leg. Breathe deep down into your hips. Breathe deep down your spine. Breathe up into your upper chest and lungs there. As you release, you can crawl the left arm under. Try to get the whole left shoulder under perhaps. Some of us may even bring the head behind the calf. The back foot can be lifted, like the heel can be raised up. It could also be down to the back heel. It's really dependent on your balance, right? If you feel balanced enough. Walk your hands out as you come up into your warrior two. Roll the right ribs and shoulder back. Sit a little deeper, drop a little lower. And then straighten out left knee more and more for your Trikonasana triangle. Left hand slides down towards the ankle bone, or maybe down on the mat, or block on the mat. So slowly bend to your right knee, sit back towards your right heel. Left hand grabs the ankle, the right arm is over your head for a little side stretch there. Inhaling and exhaling. Coming up for Janushasana, bring the right foot against the inner left leg. Lay that left leg into the mat. Reach chest out over the leg. Forehead maybe to the shin or outside the leg. So it's like you're rolling the outer knee, the right knee back, the outer right knee back. Maybe the right hip comes a little bit up, but you try to roll the outer right knee back. As you come up, you can sole the feet together, knees wide. You can rock a little bit up and down with the knees. Even see if you can scoot your hips a little more closer to the ankles and the heels. Hands can come behind the head. You can lean forward and up and lean forward and up. Again, you're just building a little bit more range of motion, more flexibility, more mobility, really. So that we can stay younger, longer, right? We can move our body as freely as we want for as long as we want while we're alive. Ground into the feet so you can lift your hips up and down a couple times. Yes, and then maybe push yourself all the way up to standing. Again, you can come down and try that again if you came out of it. Push yourself up. Yay. Once you come up, again, we'll find a tree pose, grounding down into your left foot and bring the right leg up. Left leg is grounded, right leg is in your tree position, arms up. And lift up out that left leg, lift up through the left leg. Root down through your left foot, the inner heel, the big toe. Look at one spot. Now lift up that right leg up towards your right shoulder, Sweep it all the way behind you, into your half moon. Lower down the left fingertips and reach up to the right arm. Reach to the legs. Extend long. Breathe in, breathe out. Feel like you bring your shoulder blades into your back. Like you're squeezing your shoulder blades in towards your spine a bit to create more like stability there. Now release the right hand down, lift up through the right leg, inner leg up. There's a little standing split. Or you can shift the shoulders over the hands, hips up over the shoulders, and you may find your handstand position here. I do have a little wrist problem, so I can't do too much. Upward facing dog and downward dog. Bring the knees to the mat. Bring the legs forward to lie down on your back. Bridge pose, but grabbing onto the ankles. Scoot the shoulders a little more in and under. Ground into those upper arms. You want to really firm into the upper arms, the upper outer shoulders, the upper outer arms. You want to ground into those. You want to lift the hips and pelvis. And then take your hands beside each shoulder, come up on the crown of the head, and then push up into your full Urdhva Dhanurasana. Breathe in, breathe out. All right, you want to bend not just the lower back, but you also want to bend into the mid back, and you want to bend into the upper back. Once you're done, just come down and rest. And again, you can place the hands underneath the shoulder. You can even scoot your legs a little forward, the knees going past the toes. Press your hips up. Again, don't just bend into your lower back, bend into your mid back, bend into your upper back. Really push into the floor with both of your hands and feet. Right, keep the tailbone in. Tuck your head in, come all the way onto your back again. So again, noticing how my knees are past my toes, my knees are going way forward, my heels are actually lifted. I push in, come up on the crown of the head, push the floor away. Again, you can always modify this. If that doesn't work for you, don't even worry about moving your knees forward, but it really gets you more into a deeper upper back bend, so it's really, really good for that. Now we'll pull the right knee into the chest as you lie down to lengthen the sacrum, the lower back, the spine area. Feel free to rock the knee a little side to side to massage anything. But really, we're trying to find length in the lower back. Now pull the left leg in. Maybe you rock a little side to side. Breathe in, breathe out. From here on, releasing the left leg. And we'll take a twist. You can shift the hips a bit to the right, drop knees on your left side. Open up through the right arm. And soften into the twist. You can use that inhalation to find more expansion. On the exhale to soften and deepen the twist. From here on, scoot your hips a bit over to the left as you drop knees on your right side. So you want to try to have your knees up in the height of your navel area, height of your hips. You can find some expansion on the inhale and deepening the twist as you exhale. Soften into the twist as you exhale. Coming back through center. And then lie down for the final position, Shavasana. Roll the buttocks under, shoulder blades under. Let the arms release alongside the body and let the feet roll out. Relax. Good, you can start to slowly reawaken, maybe move your fingers and toes. Even planting your feet, you can roll off to the side. When you're coming up and sit, you can place your hand on your stomach and a hand on your chest. Close your eyes, feel the practice within, the feeling of the quietness of your mind and your body. Om Shri Guru Pyo Namah Om Makanda Mandala Karam Yaptam Yena Characharam Tatparam Dashiram Yana Tasmai Shri Guravi Namaha. Namaste everybody. Have a wonderful, wonderful day and take good care. Namaste.